Oglala Sioux Tribe bans South Dakota governor from the Pine Ridge Reservation. More on that story coming up.
Susan shown Harjo to be inducted into the Oklahoma Journalism Hall of Fame. Full story up ahead.
Upper Sioux community to reacquire current state park land where ancestors are buried. More on that coming right up. Welcome to Good Morning Indian Country. I'm Allison Levering.
And I'm Alyssa Noriega. We are coming to you live from Stafford Flint Hall at the University of Kansas. It's a great morning here in Loris, Kansas.
Glad to have you with us this morning. We have lots of stories and information to share. Today is Wednesday, February 7th. We hope you're all having a good day as we talk about news and current events from all over Indian Country.
This project is supported by the University of Kansas William Allen White School of Journalism and Mass Communications in partnership with the Scripps Howard Fund and donations by viewers like you.
The Oglala Sioux Tribe has banned South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation after the governor gave an incendiary speech about immigration to South Dakota legislature last Wednesday. In the speech, Noem stated that she wants to send razor wire and security personnel to Texas to stop immigration to the U.S.-Mexico border. She also stated that a gang allegedly tied to the cartel, calling themselves the Ghost Dancers, are bringing drugs onto the reservation. The banishment came Friday in a 4-page statement written by the Oglala Sioux Tribe president, Frank Starr Comes Out. Due to the safety of the Oyate, effective immediately, you are hereby banished from the homelands of the Oglala Sioux Tribe. President Frank Starr Comes Out said in a statement addressed on Friday to Noem.
Longtime Native American journalist and advocate Susan Shown Harjo, who is Cheyenne and Muskogee, has been selected to be inducted into the Oklahoma Journalism Hall of Fame. The induction ceremony will be held Thursday, May 2nd, 2024 at the Nye University Center at the University of Central Oklahoma. Born in El Reno, Oklahoma, Harjo began her illustrious journalism career in 1967 in New York City at the WBAI-FM Pacifica Network's free speech flagship, where she directed 1/3 of her airtime in co-producing Red, the first national Native American issues show until 1974. Widely published and antholorized, she has written for all versions of Indian Country Today and served on boards from Native American Journalists Association to Howard Simon's Fund for American Indian Journalists, and currently Harjo serves as a president of the Morning Star Institute, a national Native Americans' rights organization. For decades, SHR has worked on getting sports teams to drop names that have negative stereotypes of Native Americans.
The Shiloah Bay Indian Tribe of coastal Washington is moving its infrastructure to higher grounds to escape rising sea levels, thanks to a $1.2 million grant from the Department of Commerce announced last week. The project is funded by the Disaster Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2023, which provided the Department of Commerce with $483 million to award to areas vulnerable to hurricanes, wildfires, flooding, and other natural disasters.
The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources will be closing the Upper Sioux Agency Park on February 16th as part of their to transfer the land back to Upper Sioux community, a tribe that has occupied the area bordering the Minnesota River Valley for thousands of years. The Upper Sioux community has a long-standing request for the state of Minnesota to return the land that holds secret burial sites of the Dakota people who died during the U.S.-Dakota War of 1862, when the U.S. government failed to fulfill treaty promises.
After the break, Victor is live from Haskell Indian Nations University to speak about the career fair. You're going to want to stay tuned.
think that would have been first on my list anyway, but thanks for the advice.
Hello, I'm Victor Organista from Good Morning Indian Country. Today we're in the Coffin Complex Stadium on February 7th. Today we're going to be interviewing
Stephanie Bostwick.
It's nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you too.
So, what company do you work for?
I am the Tribal Colleges and Universities Coordinator for the Office of Indian Energy Policy and Programs within the Department of Energy.
That's nice. That's nice. What is your role?
Again, I'm the Tribal Colleges and Universities Coordinator. I'm responsible for outreach to the tribal colleges and making sure that we offer funding opportunities that support them.
That's okay. What initiatives come with your current role?
So we have a couple initiatives within our office. One is that annually we support clean energy deployment on tribal lands. The other is that we're now offering funding opportunities directly to tribal colleges to support their clean energy infrastructure deployment, as well as workforce development opportunities around clean energy.
That's very nice. That's very nice. What opportunities will be given to students who stop by your booth?
We have a couple opportunities at our office for students. One is that we have an internship program through our office, and the other is a new initiative that we have, which is the Tribal Clean Energy Innovator Fellowship. And that's a fellowship that's offered to students who are graduating to support tribes in their clean energy development. So the tribes will host the student, and we fund them for up to 2 years.
That's very good. That's very good. Is there anything you would like to add?
Just that I think that tribal colleges need to do a lot more workforce development and infrastructure deployment, and we're here to support them.
Thank you for coming and meeting with me.
Thank you so much.
And you guys should definitely stop by our booth. Right back to you, Cole.
Thanks, Victor. In other news this morning, we need a Cherokee Nation citizen Karen Woody was recently inducted into the Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame for her contributions to music in Washington State and Oklahoma. Woody has been playing music since she was in grade school and received her first guitar when she was 12 years old. "I taught myself how to play. That's how it all started," she said. "As time went on, I started getting connected with other people who were really interested in music." After needed brain surgery, Woody said it has taken her a few years to start feeling better, as a tumor affected her memory, voice, and balance. Woody said her last performance was at the Dust Till Dawn Blues Festival in September 2023 after being encouraged by a friend to play music again. It was also during the time she was told she was selected as an inductee in the Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame. The Winnebago tribe of Nebraska is ready to bring Samuel Gilbert and Edward Hensley home after more than a century. The tribe filed a federal lawsuit last month against the U.S. Army, demanding return of the remains of the two boys more than 100 years after they died at the Carlisle Indian Industrial School in Pennsylvania. The suit, filed January 17th in federal court in Virginia, came after the tribe received notice in December that the U.S. Office of Army Cemeteries had denied the tribe's request for the remains to be returned under the Federal Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, or NAGPRA. Both boys are buried in marked graves in the school cemetery, which is run by the Army on the grounds of the now shuttered boarding school, records indicate. In October, the tribe asked the Army to return the remains under the NAGPRA law, which was passed in 1990 in an effort to thwart the dehumanizing robbery, desecration, and general exploitation of Native American burial sites and human remains. The Army refused, citing its own strict next of kin protocols for repatriation of remains. After the break, GMIC's Shia sits down with Garrett Elliott Menace about allies of equality. Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Shia Blackcloud, and here with us today in the studio is Garrett Elliott Minnis and Jenna Makesgood. Jenna, could you tell us about yourself?
Hello, my name is Jenna Makesgood. I'm a junior at Haskell Indian Nations University studying my bachelor's degree in American Indian and Indigenous Studies, and I'm the media coordinator for the Allies of Equality Club.
Garrett?
Hi, my name is Garrett Elliott Minnis. I'm the president of Allies of Equality. I am an environmental sciences major at Haskell and anticipated to graduate in 2026.
So, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
So, in your guys' words, what is Allies of Equality?
So, Allies of Equality for me is anybody who wants to essentially uplift the queer community. And when I say queer, I use that term as a form of reclamation and as an umbrella term for everyone too. But yeah, Jenna?
To me, Allies of Equality it's a safe place for people to gather and find a community there at Haskell, and also just for us to have fun and maybe bring up some conversations and topics that need a little bit of light shined on them.
Also on that note too, Allies of Equality for me is bringing confidence to people who are going to Haskell and making sure that people feel safe and comfortable.
Thank you. What is your guys' outlook on the future of Allies of Equality?
I'd say that our outlook is pretty bright. One of the issues at Haskell that we've had is trying to keep a permanent queer presence on campus. And with this group that we have started, we're trying to bring in anybody who wants to uplift queer people. So I think that that is going to keep our what am I trying to say? Fulfill our purpose of the organization. Yeah.
So Jenna, what's your take on that?
The future of Allies of Equality is really bright, and there are so many opportunities that are really falling into the club's lap right now. Garrett has done a lot of the footwork, a lot of the groundwork to make that happen, and this has been a dream of his and many other students. Thankfully now we have this presence and we have this community, and we can find that strength to keep pushing forward to make change in each other. And the future is, we were just talking about this. It's bigger than Haskell. It's bigger than Lawrence. It's bigger than all of us, really, because we want to inspire positive changes within other tribal colleges and universities, as well as other tribal nations, other cities with a strong Native presence, such as Lawrence. So the future is really bright, and we're really excited, and we're really happy to have each other and have a team to push forward with.
Yeah. So how will having Allies of Equality on campus improve the lives of students at Haskell?
So I would say, since we're building a community, community is very important for everyone. But most important to me would be having community means safety. So that's really important. But I think also with having that safety, that's going to build confidence. So ultimately, I just want people to be able to walk across Haskell campus as authentically as they can and as confidently as they can be.
Yeah, I get it. So Jenna, your take?
Yeah, I'm just gonna add right on to that one. As Native people, we deserve to feel comfortable and welcome in any space that we are. And queer people are just, an even smaller group within the marginalized group that Native people already represent within the greater population. So, just exactly what he said. We should be able to feel happy and safe with who we are and express who we are proudly.
Nice. So, how can students interested become a part of your guys' club?
So our next meeting will actually be this Friday at 4:30. It'll be located in Ross Hall in room 140, the auditorium. So if you are able to attend, that's where we'll be. We also have a GroupMe and a social or Instagram page.
Yes, so you can follow Allies of Equality. It's just allies_of_equality, just like that. And we just started, so we have some new posts up if you guys would like to follow us. and share and comment, all of that good stuff.
Is there any more any of you would like to add to your interview today?
Sure.
What you have to say?
So we are currently working to create gender inclusion training on campus. I think that we need to start at a foundation level when it comes to something as simple as queer terminology. So that's something that we have in the works right now. So if you are interested, please look at our social media and you'll see that there.
Jenna, anything?
Yeah, just wanted to add that we're looking to collaborate with not only the other clubs and student organizations on campus, but also organizations in the surrounding area and other tribal organizations. So, we're really looking forward to the future with, big eyes. We're ready for big opportunities.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks to Garrett and Jenna for coming to the studio and talking to us about these issues.
Thank you.
After the break, Alyssa will tell you about the rapper and fancy dancer Superman joining an anti-vaping campaign. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Upsalogi rapper and fancy dancer Christian Parrish takes his gun, known by his stage name Superman. He used the Lakota Nation Invitational halftime show to educate Native youth on the risk of vaping as part of the FDA's Next Legends campaign to end e-cigarette use amongst Native youth. Native youth consume tobacco products at a higher rate than any other group, according to the Center for Disease and Control and Prevention. In 2022, over 15% of Native youth reported using e-cigarettes or vapes. The quote, "The tobacco industry is nothing new with how they market their poisons. Our people have always been a target," Superman told the Rapid City Journal. "For our people, for me, it's a no-brainer to stand up against these things."
The Bureau of Indian Education is taking steps to support the mental health of students and staff at schools funded by the Bureau with a new 24/7 hotline. The call line is part of the BIE Behavioral Health and Wellness Program, which provides Bureau-funded schools and programs with Indigenous-focused, evidence-based, and trauma-informed behavioral health and wellness support. The program's counseling team is primarily staffed with Indigenous counselors who have experience serving Native communities. Students and staff who will call 1-844-275-2497 will be connected with trained professionals who can provide immediate individual attention. The call line offers 24/7 crisis support and scheduled counseling sessions.
For DC Briefs, Representative Mary Patola applauds passage for the Tax Relief for American Families and Workers Act of 2024. The U.S. House of Representatives last Wednesday passed the Tax Relief of American Families and Workers Act of 2024, which provides a 3-year expansion to multiple tax credit programs, including the child tax credit. The bill now goes to the U.S. Senate for consideration.
FCC seeks comment on the Schools and Libraries Cybersecurity Pilot Program. On November 13, 2023, the Commission released a Notice of Proposed Rulemaking seeking comment on its proposal to establish a pilot program to learn more about cybersecurity and advanced firewall services that could help 12K schools and their libraries protect their broadband networks and data, while also ensuring that limited universal service funds are utilized in the most effective manner. After a break, a native comedy duo team is up for a new sitcom pilot. Please stay tuned.
On the heels of their work in Rutherford Falls, writer and actor Jana Schmieding and writer Sierra Taylor Ornelas has been given the green light to develop the pilot for a new half-hour comedy series, Bonnie, about a cool auntie helping raise her brother's kids on the reservation. The show, one of several circulating in the industry featuring Native women, would be the first Native comedy on a major television network. Quote, "We are looking for opportunities to spotlight ourselves to tell funny stories that we are actually living." Ornelas said, "We have ownership over the stories that we are telling. It doesn't surprise me that we are championing the heroes that we have in our community."
Thanks for watching the first episode of the spring season for Good Morning Indian Country.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Stay good, Indian Country, and we'll see you next week.